Hey everybody, it's Aaron Burke, founder of Coach Pro Academy, and in this video I want to show you how to set up your first impressions page on a website so that you make big money even while you're sleeping, traveling, vacationing. And it's going to position you online as the Coach Pro. Now, a Coach Pro is somebody, a coach has a big heart. You want to help people. You want to help people with their breakthroughs, get to the next level. You want to serve people. You want to make a difference in the world. And a pro is somebody that people look to for that guidance, for that help, and eventually pay you streams of income. And that's what the Coach Pro is all about. See, the old coaching model, it still works, but not near as much as the new model of the Coach Pro approach, where, the old model is one-on-one coaching, and that works. What we do in the Coach Pro Academy is you also do one-on-one executive coaching, business coaching, life coaching, and you coach from stages, coach from books, coach from print, coach in masterminds, coach on online courses, and a bunch of different modalities. And this is how people are doing this online today, basically printing money from their first impressions page on their website through an email list. And what is that with, how are online marketers using an email list, and how are we going to set that up for you today? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that, because it's your turn to, coach from stages, coach in print, coach executives, coach in life coaching, coach in speaking, coach through books, coach in masterminds, coach through all these other different modalities. You can do all of them, you can do some of them, you can just do one of them, depending on how much you want to position yourself out there in the world in a particular niche. Rather than going from one seminar on speaking and then 6 months later coming back and it's kind of fizzled out and you kind of got equipped, but you don't know what to do with that and don't know how to make money with what you learned. Or you go to a life coaching one and then you come back and 4 months later it was really exciting, you were on fire, but it's really not catching fire in terms of bringing in income, and you need to put food on the table, or going out and learning how to write books or do online marketing. We in Coach Pro Academy have put together the most comprehensive program to get you further faster doing work that you love, so that you make money experiencing financial freedom doing work you love. And that's what we want to do for you, is to help you do work you love. Hopefully you've picked out a niche, right, where you are positioning yourself, you're becoming categorized as a person, and that's what we help you do as the coach that people look to, that you can help serve, and they pay you for your products, services, programs, and how you show up in the world. And if you haven't gotten as far as you want in life, or you're feeling overwhelmed, or you're comparing yourself to other people and how they're doing, well, listen, that's really kind of natural to do, but it will not bring you any peace. It won't bring you any happiness. You have your own journey. God has wired you and set you up on a path, and you're watching this video not by accident. Now you are set up to move your life down the road and to go after your dreams and to really do work that you love. And I want to equip you with real career, real lucrative income. This isn't hocus pocus type stuff. This is their strategies and blueprints and stuff that really, really works out in the real world. A lot of people have graduated and now are free from Coach Pro Academy and are out there with financial freedom and doing work they love. And that's what I want to do for you and serve you in this particular video. I'm going to pull back the curtain so that you can see the ABCs of online marketing and how people are basically printing money from their first impressions website to show you how to go about doing this stuff. So did you decide on what your niche is? Is it parenting? Do you want to help people be better parents? Do you want to help people be better soccer or hockey players, or better in the finance or real estate? Do you want to be categorized as a Coach Pro in real estate and flipping houses, or someone who, a beautician or a massage therapist? You could do this. This is the new economy, folks. Friends, you can do this, set up this impressions page in any niche in the world in today's economy. We've never seen such extraordinary success with people in the history of the universe as today. And that's what we want to do for you, to show you behind the curtain of how all of this works. And pay attention, because in the process of all this, I'm going to hand you and do some giveaways, some extraordinary giveaways for Coach Pro Academy. I'm going to give you two people free access, $2,000 tuition waivers to Coach Pro Academy. And I'm going to give a bunch of other giveaways at the same time, somewhere in the middle of this video. So pay attention. You're not going to want to miss out on that because it's absolutely free. Giveaways today. Now, if you don't know my story, I completely resonate with all of this stuff. Back in the day, my best man in my wedding was in the hospital room, and he was dying. And he was dying of cancer, and it was my dad. If you've heard my story, I went over to him in the hospital room, and his last words were, "I love you." And it really broke my heart. It was extraordinary. And that's why I wear a lot of orange, because in his last couple years, he would see every sunset and every sunrise that he could. He would wake up early, he'd go to bed late, so he could see all that, because he always had this gratitude and appreciation for a brand new start the next day, or a brand new day that day. And he never took anything for granted, but he really wanted to go for it. And he kind of wished he had figured some of this stuff out earlier, because here was this guy who died of cancer, and you may have had probably someone in your family die of cancer, and you know how heartbreaking that is. And what happened was, he kept getting sick and sick and sick until he finally got cancer. He was sick from bronchitis and then pneumonia. And the reason is he was carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. He had this huge heart to help other people. And if you knew people who knew my dad, my best man in my wedding, they would tell you that he had the biggest heart in the universe. He loved people. He would cry with people. He would sit with people. He would try to help them get their breakthroughs, but he did not know how to make an income from it. So he took on 3-4 jobs simultaneously, trying to provide for his family. Turn off the lights in the house, flush the toilet. We can't pay for the utilities. And it was really, really tough on him, trying to carry the weight of the world on his shoulders. And he eventually passed. And it was really, really hard to watch that. And I was in a tough time in my life when I saw that happen. And I thought, I got to get out of this, because I'm heading down the same path, and I was not in a good space. And what was I going to do with my life? If my dad had seen the stuff that we've been going through in these trainings, he might still be alive, because he would have been able to live his purpose and his life purpose and his passion and make an income thriving doing it, rather than feeling completely stressed out, not making very much money. And money is not the world, right? Yeah, we also live in an economic universe, and that's what I want to help you with. This is very real stuff, and I get it. I understand it. I remember getting a phone call from my wife, and I was doing some stuff that I enjoyed, but we weren't going to get the income perhaps that month, and my wife was crying on the phone, and I thought, who am I if I can't provide? And it really roughed me up. It really, really messed me up, and both of those events really rattled me, and I thought, I need to do something about this. And so I went out there and tried to figure things out, and I just stumbled on stuff as I figured stuff out. People started inviting me to speak on stages on a certain topic, and then to coach them one-on-one, and then coach executives, and then write, and then do a mastermind. And sometimes I was paid, and many times I was not in the early days. And I thought, gosh, I'm really enjoying this passion, and how do I make this a career, right? Because 84% every year, I see the data, hate their jobs, and they're stressed out, and they get the Sunday scaries, which means there's blood pressure buildup on Sunday night, because you got to go to a JOB throughout the week. And Monday morning is the highest suicide rate in North America, because people feel stuck and feel stressed out, and they don't know what to do. This is I'm trying to help you. This is the answer to prayer. Like, this stuff really, really works. And I needed to get paid consistently in those early days, and I had to figure out what to do. And after working through all of this stuff, figured stuff out, and that's what I want. That's what I'm trying to help. I'm trying to give back here, where I want to help you start with a first impressions page on your website. And if you don't have a website right now, that's completely fine. Go to something like WordPress and set something up that's absolutely free. And for me, it took me like 2 minutes to set up a first impressions page. It's just really easy to do. Go up there, start it. It's free. Get rolling with your niche or your topic, or parenting or finance or sales, whatever it is that you do, get it all set up, and you could literally be ready to go in a matter of minutes, an hour, depending on your color choice. It starts to get fun picking out matching colors for your website. And I want to start with first impressions, because first impressions are, finish a sentence, lasting impressions. So your first impression really is going to build trust and rapport, and that's when people are going to decide whether they want to follow you and really pay to have your services, products, and programs. So let's go ahead and start. At the top of your web page, I want you to set up, at least the data shows, to set up a video or an image of you, or some kind of data or statistics, or both. Maybe it's of you helping people. It could be your brand. It could be a picture. It could be an image of you. It could be of you on stage coaching. It could be anything. But people need to know within a matter of seconds, not minutes, but seconds, what you're all about. So that goes up at the top. And then underneath your video or image, you're going to have what's called an opt-in bar. An opt-in bar is where you're going to have a promise to them. Hey, if you give me your name and your email, right, you're making an exchange, a helpful exchange, where you want to give them something because you care. That's what coaches do. That's the mission of the coach, is to improve people's lives and businesses. So you say, I'm going to help you with this thing. I've had a clarity chart or training. So let's take the clarity chart. I'm going to show you how to get absolute clarity here in a matter of minutes, and just tell me where to send it. Enter your name and your email. So that's your opt-in bar. Right underneath it, it needs to be top and center. And then after that, you're going to include a brief bio. And your bio is not all your credentials, it's not your resume, it's not all the major accomplishments that you've had in life, but it does do two things. Whatever you write in here, it needs to accomplish two things. One, it needs to accomplish that they can trust you, right? You want to know, can I trust this person, this woman, this guy? And the second thing that you want to include in here is how you can help them. And you may say, this is how I can help you, or this is how I've helped other people. This is my thing, this is my niche, and this is how I help people. So they know immediately, boom, they're getting help, and this is how you've helped people in the past, or continue to help people, or want to help people in the future. And hey, I can trust that person. It usually includes a short story about who you are that builds rapport and trust. Then underneath the brief bio is, you want to include your product or your program. And it could be your coaching through executive coaching, life coaching. It could be a book. It could be a service. And then over here is a little line that says learn more. It could be a picture of your product or your service, and they can click on it and learn more. And then you could do as many as you want. You could do 1, 2, 3, 4 products and programs. As you build out your niche, you're going to continue to build more products, programs, and services in order to serve people, in order to help people, and they're going to keep clicking on these things, and boom, this is going to start printing money for you, right? So you're developing trust. It doesn't matter whether you're a major company right now or you're a person. You want to begin to develop trust and rapport with your story here. So that's the basics of online marketing on your page. Now, to the opt-in bar, what you're going to want to do, because a lot of people with the opt-in bar, you've seen this, right, for about 10 years now. People putting opt-in bars, collecting names and emails, and many people are still broke trying to do this. And it's because they're missing a couple of ingredients. And when I first started doing this, it's like, oh man, I wish I would have been doing this earlier, because this is when the money starts happening. You've made a promise here, and as soon as they enter their name and email, and not a minute later, don't let them go to the email, just say I'm not a robot, that kind of stuff, to validate it. At the very get-go, they should be taken immediately to what is called HV1. HV is helpful video number 1. Now, it doesn't have to be a video. You could do something like a clarity chart, a PDF, a book, a couple chapters. It could be anything within your niche. We just know that from the research, video is the number 1 thing that helps people. Why? Because you show up. They get a sense of who you are. Can you be trusted? Can you really help? This is your time to shine, right? And so it's helpful video number one. And you got to get out of your head and say, oh my gosh, it's video. What am I going to say? Freaking out. It's helpful. You just show up. I'm just trying to be helpful. Yeah, I'm going to bumble, stumble, and mumble every now and then, but I'm not trying to memorize anything. I'm just up here trying to serve you, trying to help you. I know what I'm talking about. I've had some successes, and you can include a share button on there so that they can share it to Facebook or some social media platform, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, right? And that will start to cultivate and build community if you have share buttons there. But that's the secret. As soon as they enter their name and their email, bam, they should be taken to this video. What's this video? You're training them on some topic within your niche. So if it's parenting, this is how you raise a 1 to 2 year old, or this is how you put kids to sleep, or whatever, right? Some problem that most parents have, you've got a solution and you're trying to help them. And then that's what happens immediately. It could 10 to 15 minutes is what I would suggest. Could be longer depending on the helpfulness that you want to give them. 2 days later, you're going to send them helpful video number 2. And in helpful video number 2, you are building on helpful video number 1. And you send this to their email, and there's a link that says, hey, click here. This is the topic. I really want to help you. If you liked video number 1, here's video number 1. If you haven't seen it, if you liked it, go watch video number 2. And it should be like, wow, it should be like blow their mind. Like, oh my gosh, this is really helping. I wish I would have had this 2 months ago when I was raising my kids. And they're so thankful to you because you are helping them get further faster and having peace or success or happiness in their family, in their parenting lives, right? And that's what the Coach Pro mission is all about. Just trying to raise their lives, improve their families, improve their businesses, improve their finances. You're going in with a mindset, with a big heart as a coach that says, I can help you. I want to help you. I love helping you. I get energized. I'm being selfish because I want to help you. And when I help you, you're helping me because it's fun to help people. That's what coaches do. And now you're becoming the pro in the process because they see you helping them through multiple training videos. So this is 2 days later, and you can continue to have share buttons so they can cultivate community with their friends and that kind of thing. Now, 2 days later, you're going to send helpful video number 3. See the sequence, boom, boom, boom. So all within a week, they're getting these videos and they get a day's rest, right, between the emails, but they can't wait to see what's coming next because you're really helping them. And instead of going all over online, you're helping them sequentially. Helpful video number 3 is blowing their minds. Now, a lot of people at this point say, Aaron, why don't you just sell something right here? You said we would make money while we sleep and travel with a first impressions page. Yes, that's the thing. It kicks off a helpful sequence that's building trust and rapport. Now, yes, could I and you sell something immediately? Absolutely. And that you can do that if you want to. You can sell a $100 product, a $7 product, whatever you want to do. But I want you to think in terms of like dating. Have you ever went on a date just once? Well, what's that like, right? One date, you go out and it's the difference between a giver and a taker. Have you been on a date where somebody just took? They didn't open the car door for you. They didn't offer to buy your meal. They didn't do this. They weren't giving. That usually lasts one date. And that could be fine, but it's the givers. If you're both giving, it's like, oh, there might be something here. There might be a connection here. I can trust this person. I want to build on this relationship. And that's what I'm in. And that's what I really want to challenge you. Yes, you can do that. But I'm going to challenge you to build a brand of relationships, to really get to know people and their names. I even pray over people on my email list just because prayer changes my heart. I start caring more for other people, give more stuff away. God does something to my heart there and hopefully blesses your socks off, right? So immediately, 2 days later, 2 days after that. Helpful video number 3. Whatever it is, you want to help singles find the love of their life. You want to help in the real estate. You want to help people flip houses. You're in the finance industry. You want to help people get started in that industry. You want to help people learn how to sales or cold calls, or learn how to get prospects. Whatever your deal is, your niche is, you are building one on top of the other. Of course, in Coach Pro Academy, I tell you exactly what to say, when to say it, and how to say it, so that you're not lost. But there's video 1, video 2, video number 3. You just take the time to really train, to really help people, and give your heart and soul to this thing. Then, what this is the formula that we're talking about, OHHS. So O is opt-in. So they opt in, then they're helped, and then S. Can you guess what S is? S is the solution. So help. You're building on one another. You're giving some strategies and some tips, and then you're going to give the ultimate solution, which is going to be the sell. Right? This is where you're going to start making bukus of money while you're sleeping and vacationing. And the first time that happened to me, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I was in Las Vegas vacationing with my wife, and boom, it was all coming in. I'm like, oh my gosh, this stuff really works. And really helping people. So that's what happens, is the solution sales. And what's going on here is you send them this video. This is your chance to showcase your product. This is your case to say, this is what I have to offer. And if you liked all those other training videos, helpful video 1, helpful video 2, helpful video 3, this thing, this product, this service is going to blow your mind, right? In the solution sales. And if you liked all that, man, just take a look at this and just wait till you get a hold of this. You're just kind of building that up because they've never seen it before. This is the first thing. It could be your coaching service. You know, you could say, listen, if you liked how I've been helping your life improve here, I can really help you when I'm one-on-one with you. If you like this, just wait till you read my book. That could be your thing. If you want to do a mastermind or online course, man, I'll take you 6 weeks deep dive training in my course, and you begin to talk about that. Now, here's a secret that not everybody knows. And when people first start doing this, they're like, oh my gosh, Aaron, I only got a few sales. And I just want to slap them because many of them want to quit at that point. I did an opt-in. I set up a first impressions page, and I did videos, 3 videos. That took me, this, and I was doing that. And I didn't get hardly got any sales. And I'm like, number one, you just sold online while you were sleeping. So you're on your way to your dream of doing work you love and building up lucrative income, streams of income while you sleep and vacation, dude. And the second thing is, when's the last time you bought a car the first time you saw the car? When's the last time you bought a house the first time you saw the house? This is the first time they're seeing your product. Okay, they need to see it. They may not have even watched the whole video. Maybe their kids were doing something. They had to go help their kids, or they need to make dinner, or they're going to come back and watch it later. And so it's the idea that you want to start sending up follow-ups that points them back to this sales solution or solution sales video, because the gold, the helpfulness is in the follow-up. Imprint that on your mind. That's where you will make your income, is in the follow-up. So a day later or 2 days later, what I want you to start doing is start following up. Follow up with an email 2 days later and saying, you know what, I noticed that you haven't purchased yet. And you can see the data in your emails. Now you can go to MailChimp, Constant Contact. Most web pages now have email systems set up within it. And you can say, you know what, I noticed that you haven't bought yet. Would you like to, or haven't watched the video, please go watch this video. And everything you say in that video should try to get them to click on that link, and they will. They'll click on that link, they'll go and watch the sales video. That's 1 or 2 days later. And then a couple days later, you're going to send another email and answer frequently asked questions. So if it's to a seminar or for your life coaching or for to do speaking, whatever your thing is, you just think about the questions customers would normally have. What would it look like? How long does it last? What would it take for me to do it? How much does it cost? Do I get a guarantee, a money back guarantee? And you answer those questions in an email, right? You're showing your product all again because people are going to have questions, right? If they were going to buy a car, they would have questions. Then a couple days later, once they buy, you're going to send an email that has an upsell. Or as soon as they buy, they're automatically put into an upsell, right? Which is all easy to do once you have your website set up. Once you have your first impressions page ready to go. What an upsell is, they bought your thing and you're like, yeah, well, this is the time to upsell. And an upsell means, hey, look, I know you noticed you just bought that. So proud of you. Way to go on your journey. I got this other thing and it's going to cost more money. It's up, right? And so it costs more money. It's north of what they just paid. But because, and you want to say this, because you just bought this thing, I'm going to offer this as a discount for the next 24 hours just for you at this time only, because I can see that you're on a journey to make your difference in the world. And they get that discount. Then you send out a downsell. If they don't buy that, then you say, hey, I got this other thing. I noticed you didn't buy that. And I got this other thing for $17 or $7. I just care about your journey, your mastery, your lifelong learning, your parenting, your finance, how to flip houses, whatever it is. I know this stuff works. I got this other thing. Maybe you couldn't afford that at this time, but I got this thing. And you could just make stuff up. Like you could say, hey, 3 weeks of coaching, $50, right? Whatever it is, just to get you rolling. If so you could have multiple products, couple products you want to upsell, then downsell. And then after that, what you do is as you build out your niche, you're going to put them in another opt-in, helpful sales solution pipeline. And that's all this is. It's a pipeline. They opt in, boom, they're in a pipeline. They're getting helped, sale, and then this stuff, and then you put them into another pipeline. So let's say one pipeline for you is parenting. But then let's say you get interested in sports, where you can put another pipeline to help people with soccer. Or you can build another pipeline to help with marriage, another pipeline to help with finances, another pipeline to do whatever niche you want. And so a month or two later, you just drop them into another sequence that you build out on another first impressions page. And you can have, here's the cool thing, as few or as many pipelines as you want. All right, I have 7 of them right now. So people just go from pipeline to pipeline to pipeline. So they're interested in one, maybe not this one. They're not interested in this one, but they might be interested in 2 others that can help them. And I keep following up because someday they'll be interested in this one that they're not right now. You just have a big heart and you keep helping. Once you do that, now they're given weekly help for absolutely free. And that could come through a video, it could come through a blog post. And every week, once a week at least, you send something out, short and sweet, but substantial, that can really help them on what? Your niche, your topic. And it gets them further faster. That's weekly value. Now it's called Wealth in Websites because you're going to have this first impression page where your focus is going to be driving them to your first impressions page through a blog, through video, YouTube, Facebook, whatever it is, your friends, your family, get them here where they see this opt-in bar. And I would put the opt-in bar in every single page that you have so that they can be in that sequence, opt-in, helpful, sales, solution. And that will be your goal, just to get them to that first impressions page. And really that's the ABCs of online marketing at Coach Pro Academy. And at that academy, we show you all the blueprints, hand those to you, go deep dive in all this stuff, give you the scripts, show you exactly what to say so that you know how to say it, when to say it, where to put things. And that's just one module of 7 modules. I'm telling you, it's the most comprehensive program on the planet, and it will get you to work you love further, faster, doing what you want in any niche, living your passion, and really not doing busy work, but doing your life's work. And if I have your email, if you've given that and you're watching this, and if I have that, you'll get an exclusive invitation when that opens up. Right now, what I want to do is show you some fictions and truths about all of this stuff, because there's been a lot of questions raised on, I remember watching people make money online and getting out of their JOBs and doing this full time. And I thought, is that real? Like, is that even possible? So one thing that comes, frequently asked question is, man, the technology is it's just too tough. I got a website and opt-in bars and videos. How do we really do all of this stuff? I kind of chuckle because when I first started, the technology was too tough. You had to code stuff, and that took days and weeks just to do the coding, and you couldn't like drag and drop, and putting together a website was like a pain in the rear end, but it was worth it. I thought, I really want to do this. So it took me a long time, and it cost thousands of dollars to get a website together. But now it takes literally minutes. I told you to put up a first impressions page. It took me 60 minutes to put up my website. All of that. I mean, you can do this and a lot faster than you could have in the past. And I think people kind of respect that I had to do all of that and learn all of that, because I'm just a kid underneath I-70 in Illinois, and a lot of people think that's Hickville, and that's not an insult. I kind of proud that I was raised there and learned to really work hard at things and go through the struggle. And I know that I have a PhD now, but if you looked at my high school grades, I was like D- after D-. If I got a C- in high school class, we like threw a party in my house. I just didn't have my passion at that point. But once I found my passion, I went for it. I went all in on this stuff, right? And because I did that, I'm now able to coach from stages, coach in print, coach through a book, coach in seminars, coach in masterminds, coach, you name it, coach in all those different modalities, and to do work that I love, that I'm very, very passionate about, and love serving people, and have the Coach Pro mission of really improving and transforming other people's lives so that you can get your breakthrough, and helping you find work that you love doing all this. And that's why I'm going to challenge you here with this in just a second, because it's a lot easier than you think it is. Because in today's world with websites, it's just really, you go to WordPress, it's free, and you just drag and drop, and you drag and drop the opt-in bar, you drag and drop an image, and it's like click, click, and put your name, and here's your niche, and here's your passion, and here's your topic, and here's your bio, and within an hour or less, you can have it all set up and ready to go. And the pipelines that I talked about, it's automatically, it's on what's called autoresponder. So you don't even have to pay attention to it once it's set up. People are subscribing on your email list, and they're going to these videos, and you don't even know it, right? You just see your bank account, and it's like, oh my gosh. You just set it up once and let it respond auto by itself. And you can let them automatically post to Facebook and social media. It's unbelievable, the opportunity that we live in today, that you can be set up and ready to go doing work you love in just a matter of minutes. And to prove to you how easy this, I want to incentivize this for you. If you haven't heard about the Coach Pro Academy Challenge that's going on right now, I want to share that with you right now so that you can be a part of it. And what that is, I wish I had my phone around here. No, he didn't have my phone either. Well, if you got your phone right in front of you, you can use your phone for this. You can set up a camera, whatever you want to do. And I want you to get in front of your phone camera just to prove to you that this is a lot easier than some people think. They say, oh my gosh, I can't start because the technology is too tough. I want you to say to the camera, within 3 minutes time, 3 to 5 minute video, say, hey, it's Zeb or Melinda or whatever your name is, and hi everybody, it's Zeb, and I'm taking the Coach Pro Academy Challenge, and I'm going to help you double and whatever your niche is. I want to help you double your parenting abilities. I want to help you double your happiness when you put your kids to sleep at night. Here's 3 ways to do that. I want to help you double. It could be you're in real estate. I want to help you double your closings in real estate. It could be sales. I want to help you double your leads in a month. I want to, hey, this is Melinda, and I'm taking the Coach Pro Academy Challenge, and here's 3 ways to double your happiness in your marriage. So you have to say, hey, your name, you're taking the Coach Pro Academy Challenge, and here's 2, 3 ways to double whatever it is. Double your happiness, double your income, double your finances, double your peace, double whatever. But you have those words double, and people are like, ooh, that sounds interesting if they are interested in your niche. And then I want you to take that and put it on social media or YouTube or wherever, and then take that link and post it below so that, because my team and I, we're going to look and watch all the videos that are posted below, and 2 people are going to win $2,000 ticket waivers to Coach Pro Academy online course. You get free access to that. And then everybody that posts outside of those 2 get my online 100% clarity course, which is a $300 value. So you always have clarity of what to do next for your life and doing work that you love. Everybody that posts a video link below, so we can see, hey, my name's Melinda, my name's Zeb, and I'm taking the Coach Pro Academy Challenge, and I just want to share with you 3 ways to double your peace and putting your kids to bed at night. And so we can root for you and see that. We will pick 2 winners, all access, free tuition waivers, $2,000 each, and waivers, and then 100% clarity course, which is a $300 value. Post that link below so that we can watch that. And then the second one, the second fiction out there is, I got to have a degree or a certification in order to do this. And listen, I love love learning and education. I'm a big fan of Mark Twain's statement that says, never let your education get in the way, or never let the formal schooling get in the way of your learning and your education. Be a lifelong learner. And you do not need, let me tell you this, you do not need certification and education to make your difference and build a real platform making money doing work you love. I've made more money outside of my degree, and I have a PhD degree, and I teach in graduate school as well. I've made more money doing outside of that, doing work I love and starting another niche or 2 outside of that with my degree, okay? And the reason why is you just need 1, 2, or 3 of these things. You need a story based on your passion and niche. And again, I'll walk you all through this in Coach Pro Academy. But you need a story that says, you know what, I really struggled with parenting, but now I made it. I struggled with my money, now I made it. I struggled doing this, but now I made it. And then you could have the solutions. So you say, hey, I went out there and found all the solutions on parenting. Here's the 15 solutions that I codified and given to you. To your following, or people who are interested in this will begin to follow you if you say that. Or you could say something like, hey, I found some success in parenting, and here you go. And if you have all 3, it's a grand slam. You absolutely do not need certification or a degree in order to do that. This will categorize you when you have these things as the professional, as the pro, and when you have a big heart and you're helping people through these training videos and through free giveaways, you are becoming a coach. You're like, I mean, I really trust this person. I really like this person. So start developing those things. And when I started, I have a relationship niche because I started dating my wife in the 7th grade. I have some success in that. I know some solutions, but I also struggled. We went through some painful times. And I tell that story of my struggle and how I made it out, how we made it out of there, and now how we are happy and what happened, and have written a book. And people start asking me to do weddings and speak at conferences and paying me for my coaching here and paying me coaches on stage, paying me coaches to work with couples and build a real lucrative income doing that. I had no degree in that, no certification in that. So you can do this with any niche and any topic out there in the world today. Here's what's going to happen. When you start doing this, you're going to have something called imposter's syndrome. And it's a real thing that psychologists have found in people's brains, that in the amygdala lights up and says, oh my gosh, don't do that. You don't belong in that. You can't do that passion. You can't do that startup. Nobody will listen to you. You'll never have a following. You'll never be able to sell anything. Or selling's cheesy, or you can't do it. Stay where you are. It's safe. And that's all it is your brain is telling you that, hey, I've never done that before. So red alert, that's scary. And you just got to tell yourself, listen, I can do this. I believe in myself. I believe in the process, and I can make that happen. And the comfort zone is a wasteland. You eventually die in the comfort zone. So you got to get out of the comfort zone. And that's what the imposter, here's a secret. Every person that's ever succeeded had the imposter syndrome. We all have it. The successful people just move past the imposter syndrome. The next fiction is, well, I'm in obscurity. Nobody knows me. It's easy for you to say all this, Aaron, because you're successful at this now. And I just kind of laugh at that because nobody knew me at the beginning either. I just made a decision at one point in my life is I want to live life on my own terms, living my life purpose, living my passion that I believe God has wired me with, and not be stuck in something that I really don't want to be doing with my life. And once that happens, listen, once you make that decision, guess what's going to come knocking at your door? Work. And that's why we call it work we love. You're going to be working no matter what. Why not choose work that you love? Why not go for it? Why not go for your passion? Why not believe that you can do it? Everyone else other people are doing it, so why not me? That's what you got to ask. Why can't I do that? And that's what will happen is work will show up at your door, a lunch pail and overalls, and that's awesome because work makes us feel like we have dignity and value, that we can help people, and it serves us. After a great day of contribution back to the world, we're happier people. We know that from psychology. And a lot of people have now graduated from Coach Pro Academy and are living life on their own terms and are experiencing financial freedom, doing work that they love from wherever, and putting in the work and enjoying that whole process. And when people see me get off the stage or write or speak on camera, they're like, oh, look at you, Aaron. It must come easy for you. That getting on video, and I'm like, if you'd only seen me in the early days. Like when I first did video, I had sweating bullets coming down my face. I'm like, I did like 25 takes just to get out the word, hello, my name's Bob. I couldn't say it. My first one, no, it wasn't even my first time. Like my first time where I was speaking consistently at a place, but it was like my 20th time speaking there, I still messed up. I completely forgot where I was at, what I was supposed to say, and here's what happened. I went blank. I could feel the sweat in slow motion going down the side of my face. I literally ran off the stage into the hallway and tried to breathe, and someone had to come out and help me. And I walked back on, and they had grace on me, and they clapped for me because I got back up. And that's what I would say is you just keep getting back up. You just keep showing up. That's half the battle. Just show up. Just keep trying. And that's what I did. If I would regret it so much if I had not got back up there, and keep trying. And that's what you do, is to break out of obscurity. You keep putting in the work. You keep showing up. You keep going with your dream. Don't let anyone tell you else. People who say you can't make your dream are usually people who gave up on their own dream. People who made it, they never say give up on your dream because they know that it's hard at first, but you can absolutely make it. Most people just want the end result, the dream. But in order to get there, you should go through the process of building the character and the fortitude. Otherwise, it's like winning the lotto. You don't know how to deal with the success. But if you go through the process, you'll experience the success and you'll know how to deal with the success. So go ahead and start that 3-minute video. Say, hey, my name's Kevin, my name's Melinda, my name's Sally, and I'm taking the Coach Pro Academy challenge, and here's 3 ways to double your peace when you're putting your kids to bed. Boom! And people are like, oh my gosh, that really works, and I'm going to try that, right? You don't need anybody's permission to do this. You don't need your 3rd grade teacher's permission. You don't need my permission. If you think you do, you have my permission. But listen, God has already given you permission. You want to know why? You have the dream sown in your heart. Go for it. You've been given permission from the divine maker out there. Then the last, here's what I would say. Start something that matters. Just start. Just go for it. You have to start. Then the last one is Aaron, I don't have any time. I take the kids to soccer. I have a part-time job or a full-time job. I got to make the meals. I got to take my kids to swim. I got to do this. I got to do that. And listen, I get it. I have kids. I understand. I see. I go through that. And here's what I would say. At some point in your life, you could say, my kids are an excuse for me not to go after my dream, or they're going to be the reason that I do go after my dream. I'm going to demonstrate to them that it's possible to go after my dream, to start work that I love, and to provide for them. Maybe that means going to a JOB for a while, and that's great. Learn to love that. You can learn to love your JOB and build this on the side. You can go as fast or slow as you want, but you should never give up on your dreams. It's a matter of priorities. The data shows us that people are watching 5 to 7 hours of TV a day. You start watching one Netflix show and then all of a sudden you're like, I just watched 2 seasons. What happened? So we got to come up with our priorities. Do we want to say I'm really busy in life and my life's super busy, I'm doing busy work, or I'm going to do my life's work? And that's what I really want to challenge you to do, is if you want to do work you love, is to become a Coach Pro. And when I open up Coach Pro Academy, you're going to live your life purpose and do your life priorities so that when you get to the end of your life, you say, I really made my difference. I got my voice out there. And when I open up Coach Pro Academy, I'll show you how to do the niche, how to do the topic, how to build programs and products and services and gain followings and fans, and to get booked on stages, get booked solid with life and executive coaching, get your book sold, all of those things. I will show you in depth, walk you through all of that. For now, I want you to start that 3-minute video that says, hey, my name's Kevin or Sally, and I'm taking the Coach Pro Academy Challenge, and here's 2 ways to flip houses. Here's 2 ways to double your happiness in marriage. Here's 2 ways to double your leads in sales. And then post that video link below in the comments section, and we're going to pick 2 of you to get a free tuition waivers of $2,000 to enter a full access into Coach Pro Academy, and then the rest of you get full free access to the 100% Clarity course, so you always have clarity of what to do next. And then one final thing is, if you just post your comments below of how you're feeling right now. Are you scared? Are you nervous? Are you excited? Do you have a dream? What is your dream? Tell me what your dream is. Tell everybody in the community what your passion and your purpose is. If you really want to do work that you love, comment below, and then if you'd share this video with friends and family or people that you know, because we want to cultivate a community of people. They say your network is your net worth, and it's true. So if you share this video with other people, this training, they're going to remember that you're the one that did that. And we can build up a community together, even more than it already is, and keep building it so that we're all in this together. I want to serve you. I want to continue to love you. I want to know you. I hope you serve each other. And I can't wait to meet you, and I can't wait to see you at Coach Pro Academy someday. Until then, I want you to make that video, post it below, and go out there and make your difference in the world. Live with passion. Live your life purpose, and show much love to yourself and everyone around you.